Good afternoon and welcome to Archana 2026. We will begin with the invocation.
It is you who gave me senses to experience, who gave me hands to shape, breath to sing, and mind to know and dream. And the little I create with these gifts, O Supreme Lord, it is to you I offer.
Give it up for this beautiful invocation to start today's program with the profound message of well-being of all living beings, performed by our own community children and orchestrated by Dr. Manoj Khator, their coach.
Namaskar. Good afternoon. I'm Ragini Saxena, and on behalf of IFA Board of Members, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to Archana 2026. This is our 32nd annual fundraiser. Yeah. Good, thank you. As most of you know, IFA mission is to empower the underprivileged. Our fellows are change agents amongst the marginalized communities. I'm extremely proud to report to you today that IFA fellowships and projects are in 16 states of India. 16. And believe it or not, within the last year, we have grown our impact to include more than a dozen fellowships just in 1 year period from Archana 2025. So surely it's your support that's getting us there. What this means to us is that because of your support and the support of the community, IFA continues to make a positive contribution to the lives of hundreds of thousands of marginalized communities all over India. So that's a lot. That's a lot. What more can we ask for? And a detailed annual report is available at our website, www.indiafriendsassociation.org. In addition, our members go and visit the IFA projects, IFA fellows across India, and you will be seeing part of their visits in video clips that we will be sharing with you later in the program. So this year's Archana has been put together, you will not believe it, by 175 community participants. So give them a big hand. Yes. Yes. And they have worked relentlessly over the past 4 months. Not only do they give us their time and their talent, but they also buy their costumes and incur other expenses. They also contribute financially to IFA because they buy their tickets, which are donations to IFA, and they buy that for themselves, for their family and friends. This not only shows how much they believe in our cause, but it also shows their generosity of spirit, Giving us their time and talent is no small deed. So do you, dear audience. You are part of the IFA family. You also make such a valuable contribution to us by supporting us, by being here today, and supporting your family and the cause. So thank you so much. And I would like to emphasize that all our volunteers, all our members of IFA, and even the directors, everybody purchases their ticket for Archana, and they contribute donations also to the organization. So everybody is doing a part, their valuable part to, empower the underprivileged in India. So the foundation of Archana program is commitment and participation from the community participants. So you will see we have performers of exceptional talent as well as those who have never been on stage before. They all come together and they come together in support of the common cause that is represented by IFA. And as do you, our audience members. So we hope that you will show your appreciation of the community participants by staying the whole program, watching it till the end. Just admire their effort and appreciate how much goes behind it, besides the 4 months that starts in January. So all of you know, most of you know from before that besides Archana being a program of community entertainment, it is also representing a cause that is very dear to us. It's important to our lives. It's of paramount importance. And it will highlight issues of vital importance to us. So let me take you back to the program, and we will start it with the short video that is the theme of tonight's Archana program. Thank you so much, and I hope you're going to have a fabulous time.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Thus began Dickens' classical novel, A Tale of Two Cities. These famous lines, written during the tumultuous times of the French Revolution, could as easily describe our own times. Today, we face a technological utopia. While the machines may or may not evolve into humans, human beings do seem to devolving into robotic behavior. This is best exemplified by the proponents of these technologies themselves, who, driven by hubris and the lure of incredible wealth, peddle the absurd claim that making human beings redundant somehow amounts to progress. No wonder then that despite the apparent godlike powers of technology, we remain incapable of solving the most basic problems facing humanity, such as war, poverty, or climate change. What we do get instead is unprecedented wealth for a few and continued misery for the many. As inequality becomes systemic and progressive, an atmosphere of insecurity, anxiety, and anger pervades our societies. Given all this, it is easy to fall into hopelessness and despair about the future. But history tells us that it is only in the worst of times that people, whether leaders or ordinary folks, have risen to challenge the doom and gloom. From time to time, people have not only defied despotic powers, but have also defeated anti-people ideas. In the country of our origin, armed resistance by rulers such as the Rani of Jhansi and the sacrifice of revolutionaries such as Bhagat Singh are shining milestones of the struggle that eventually brought us freedom under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. Similarly, in our adopted land, the declaration that all men are created equal, the proclamation of emancipation ending slavery, as well as the civil rights movement inspired by Dr. King, are examples of communities coming together around certain ideas to dream and work for a better world. Today, there are countless men and women across the world, such as these fellows and activists supported by IFA, who are empowering the marginalized communities and working for such egalitarian and sustainable societies. Their stories stand out as beacons of hope and inspire us to believe that a better world, a world of justice, peace, joy, and brotherhood is indeed possible. It is to these men and women from the past as well as from the present that we dedicate tonight's program. Ladies and gentlemen, IFA presents Archana 2026, A Better World is Possible.
Children are our future, our dreams and aspirations. They embody joyful energy, enthusiasm, and innocent hope, something we badly need to mend a troubled world. So let us join and be inspired as these children go on a fun ride, guided by our ever wonderful Monica Serene.
काटे रहने दे गुलाब तोड़ ले, नींदों की टहनियों से ख्वाब तोड़ ले। हो काटे रहने दे गुलाब तोड़ ले, नींदों की टहनियों से ख्वाब तोड़ ले। ख्वाहिशों की है कहानियां पढ़ी, चुन ले कहानियां किताब जोड़ ले। एक ही है जिंदगी तो यारा, पढ़ ले दिल का इशारा, सारा बदल दे नजारा। जगा ले तू जगा ले जज्बा, जगा ले तू जगा ले जज्बा, जगा ले तू जगा ले जज्बा, होए जगा ले तू जगा ले जज्बा। तू जरा लेज़ी इरादों की तो सुस्तियां छुड़ा ले। दबदबा है तेरा, राहों की मुश्किलों से कुश्तियां लड़ा ले। जो होगा सो होगा, होने दे ना घबराना, तू अपनी कोशिश में कंजूसी ना कर जाना। किस्मत की लहरों पे यारा, लेके निकल तो शिकारा, चमकेगा तेरा भी सितारा। जगा ले तू जगा ले जज्बा, जगा ले तू जगा ले जज्बा, जगा ले तू जगा ले जज्बा, जगा ले तू जगा ले जज्बा।
में सबके दिलों में अरमा ये है बैठे हैं मिलके सब यार अपने सबके दिलों में अरमा ये है वो जिंदगी में कल क्या बनेगा हर एक नजर का सपना ये है कोई इंजीनियर का काम करेगा बिजनेस में कोई अपना नाम करेगा मगर ये तो कोई न जाने कि मेरी मंजिल है कहाँ काका कहते हैं बड़ा नाम करेगा
Hello, everyone. Wasn't this simply adorable? I have seen them practice for last 4 months, every weekend. And this would not have been possible without their amazing teacher, who is the most kind-hearted person I have met, Miss Monica Serene.
In a world torn by strife and suffering, art is the healer. It elevates the spirit. The jewel of the Indian art forms is the classical dance, and we are delighted to offer this rendition of one such form, the Kathak. Chand, meaning pattern or meter, celebrates the pure rhythmic essence of the Kathak dance. Choreographed by Rukmani Mehta and performed by the Leela Youth Dance Company, the piece brings to life the explosive footwork, spiraling pirouettes, and dynamic movement that define Kathak at its most electrifying. Set to vocal rendition and tabla by Satyaprakash Mishra, this piece is inspired by the legendary Pandit Chitresh Das.
Theta
How was that about energetic display of footwork? I can't even say the sentence right, and they went on for 6 minutes. Performed by the Leela Youth Dance Company, choreographed by their talented artistic director, Rukmini Mehta.
The next item reminds us that a better world is possible, but it begins with us. We must seek inner strength to stand up and resist injustice, have compassion to care for one another, and faith that by thus working together, we can create a better world. This, friends, is the powerful message of the 3 songs that animate this lovely dance by the Synergy Dance School, created by Anubala Bose.
कभी कभी वो शक्ति है, कभी कभी वो भक्ति है, थकती है न रुकती है न थमती है न थकती है न झुकती है न रुकती है न थमती है न थकती है वो शक्ति 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 है
জাগো নারী জাগো বন্যী শিখা জাগো সাহসী মন্ত্রে রক্ত টিকা জাগো নারী জাগো বন্যী শিখা জাগো সাহসী মন্ত্রে রক্ত টিকা জাগো নারী জাগো বন্যী শিখা দিকে দিকে মিলিত বলিলে হান রসনা বেঁচে চলো উন্মাদ এনে দিক বসনা দিকে দিকে মিলিত বলিলে হান রসনা বেঁচে চলো উন্মাদ এনে দিক বসনা জাগো হতভাগিনী ধর্ষিতা নাগিনী বিশ্ব দহন কেছে জাগো দাহিকা জাগো নারী জাগো বন্যী শিখা জাগো সাহসী মন্ত্রে রক্ত টিকা জাগো নারী জাগো বন্যী শিখা জাগো সাহসী মন্ত্রে রক্ত টিকা জাগো নারী জাগো বন্যী শিখা জাগো নারী জাগো বন্যী শিখা জাগো নারী জাগো বন্যী শিখা এবে ফাগুনের কাল আইলো রে সুহাগা বীরের ধারা ঝরল রে এবে ফাগুনের কাল আইলো রে সুহাগা বীরের ধারা ঝরল রে ফুল ফাগুনের মরশুমে পরান আমার জাগে রে লাচে রে ধিন তাক তাক ধিতাং ধিতাং লাচে রে লাচে রে ধিন তাক তাক ধিতাং ধিতাং লাচে রে ধিন তাক তাক ধিতাং ধিতাং লাচে রে লাচে রে ধিন তাক তাক ধিতাং ধিতাং লাচে রে দূরদূরানি প্রাণের এখন ফুরফুরানি চাল সরে সায়ার পলাশ বনে রঙ্গিনী মাতাল দূরদূরানি প্রাণের এখন ফুরফুরানি চাল সরে সায়ার পলাশ বনে রঙ্গিনী মাতাল ধামসা মাতাল পাগল পাগল প্রেমের বাদল ঝরে ঝরে রে মন ময়ূরা পেখম মেলা লাচে রে লাচে রে ধিন তাক তাক ধিতাং ধিতাং লাচে রে ধিন তাক তাক ধিতাং ধিতাং লাচে রে লাচে রে ধিন তাক তাক ধিতাং ধিতাং লাচে রে রুম জমা জমা ঝামর ঝামর মল খাড়ানো মন উত্তাল হয়ে আছে যেমন দেলের সমুদ্র রুম জমা জমা ঝামর ঝামর মল খাড়ানো মন উত্তাল হয়ে আছে যেমন দেলের সমুদ্র আইরে ওলে কুসুম কোলে ফুটতাছে যে মনের বনে রে মন ভ্রমরা ফুলের মধু খাইও রে খাইও রে দিন তাক তাক ধিতাং ধিতাং লাচে রে দিন তাক তাক ধিতাং ধিতাং লাচে রে লাচে রে दिन तक तक धितंग धितंग लचे रहे दिन तक तक धितंग धितंग लचे रे दिन तक तक धितंग धितंग लचे रहे
Wasn't that so graceful, captivating? And this dance team even manages to make it look so effortless, telling us the story of women turning trials into triumphs through sheer grit and determination. The choreographer for this dance is Anubala Bose of the Synergy School of Dance. Something I'd like to share about Anubala is she started as a community dance participant in the year 2006. Okay. She started as a community dance participant in the year 2006. Her passion for dance made her continue as a choreographer, and she's been with us. It's 2026. She's been supporting us all these years. Can we have a big round of applause for the Synergy School of Dance team?
One of the most celebrated hero, India's rebellion against the British in 1857, the Rani of Jhansi has inspired countless people with her determination, bravery, and refusal to bow to injustice. Tonight, we journey back 200 years to Bundelkhand in the heartland of India as a very young Manikarnika, or Manu, prepares for her role as the future queen of Jhansi.
Hey brothers, can I learn sword fighting too?
Why do you want to learn sword fighting?
Because when the time comes, I too can protect my motherland.
भवानी के वीरों उठा लो भुजा को सत्याग्नि को मस्तक सजा लो देश नमन नाम कदमों में ताल से दूर का बादल सजा शत्रु के लहू से दर्द का श्रृंगार कर देश पर प्रहार है प्रहार कर कमंड कर प्रचंड कर तांडव सा युद्ध कर भयंकर
Manu grew up, became queen of Jhansi, and dreamed of ruling her land in peace. But betrayal by the British turned her destiny into a call for war.
प्रचंड बोल मस्तकों के झुंड आज जंग की घड़ी की तुम गुहार दो है प्रचंड बोल मस्तकों के झुंड आज जंग की घड़ी की तुम गुहार दो वान वान शान या की जान का हो दान आज एक धनुष के बाण पे उतार लो आरंभ है प्रचंड करे सो प्राण दे, जो मन करे सो प्राण ले, वही तो एक सर्वशक्तिमान है। विश्व की पुकार है, ये भागवत का सार है कि युद्ध ही तो वीर का प्रमाण है। कौरवों की भीड़ हो या पांडवों का नीड़ हो, जो लड़ सका है वो ही तो महान है। जीत की हवस नहीं, किसी पे कोई वश नहीं, क्या जिंदगी है ठोकरों पे मार दो। मौत अंत है नहीं तो मौत से भी क्यों डरे, ये जाके आसमान में दहाड़ दो। आरंभ है प्रचंड, बोले मस्तकों के झुंड, आज जंग की घड़ी की तुम गुहार दो। मान मान शान या की जान का हो दान, आज एक धनुष के बाण पे उतार दो। आरंभ है प्रचंड, आरंभ है प्रचंड, आरंभ है प्रचंड।
The land was soaked in sacrifice. Surrounded by the blood of her own warriors, she stood shaken and broken.
घमंड से चलो, ना डरो ना गिरो, काट सबको दिल से जीत के ओ चलो। घमंड की पुकार है, डरो ना डरो, दल दल में लहू के बढ़ चलो बढ़ चलो। घमंड ही तेरे शीश का शिकार है, चीन शीश सबके बढ़ चलो बढ़ चलो। घमंड से चलो, ना डरो ना गिरो, काट सबको दिल से जीत के ओ चलो। रक्त गिरेगा, माटी करेगी, प्यास बुझेगी हो, दुश्मन कटेगा, धरती सजेगी, देश सजेगा हो।
She had fallen, but her courage lit the path ahead for many. A better tomorrow is made by those who rise for justice, peace, and freedom.
I know that was a sad ending, but it was a beautiful rendition of the courage of Lakshmi Bai, the Queen of Jhansi. Beautifully performed by Beyond Dancing students and many women and men of our own community. And I have to say, we have to thank our choreographer, Payal Vadhavan, who has worked with IFA for 20 years. Give her a big round of applause.
When we speak of impact, we often look for large-scale statistics or sweeping policy changes. But sometimes, impact is found in the grit of a Punjab winter, in the dust of a brick kiln, and in the defiant smile of a man who refuses to let the system crush his community. Traveling through the regions of Zira, the vastness of rural Punjab can be overwhelming. It was here that I met Dharamveer Singh, an IFA fellow working with the most marginalized members of society, the unorganized laborers of the Bhattas. Before this journey, the term Dalit was a word I understood intellectually. But standing in those fields it became visceral. We are talking about the lowest of the lowest, people who were once called untouchables. To see a community pushed down at every turn, and yet to see a man like Dharamveer rise from within that community to pull others up is nothing short of mind-blowing. It brings a perspective that no boardroom meeting ever could. The reality of a brick kiln worker is inhumane by any modern standard.
यहाँ कितने घंटे लगते हैं आपको दिन में 1000 ईंट बनाने में?
1000 ईंट बनाने में सारे दिहाड़ी लग जाते, सारे दिहाड़ी बैठे रहते हैं।
रात में 10 बज जाता है, सुबह कितने बजे शुरू करते हैं?
4 बजे से।
They work 14 days straight, molding 1,000 bricks a day per person. When they finally get a day off, it isn't for rest. It is spent stacking those heavy sun-dried bricks into towering piles. The physical toll is visible. I saw pregnant women squatting in the dirt all day, their faces covered in the fine silt that flies from the moles. There are no masks here, no safety glasses.
ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਜੀ ਤਾਂ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਅੱਖਾਂ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ ਅੰਦਰ ਵੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ ਔਰ ਪੇਟ ਦੀਆਂ ਬਿਮਾਰੀਆਂ ਲੱਗਦੀਆਂ ਜੀ ਤੇ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਮਹਿਲਾਵਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ ਪੇਟ ਦਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਬੱਚਾ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਕਤ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਉਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਔਰ ਲੜਕੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਪੱਠੇ ਤੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਦੀ ਉਮਰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਉਹ 10 ਸਾਲ ਘਟ ਜਾਂਦੀ
है। कुछ आपको देते नहीं कि पहन सके या कुछ कर सके, कोई और तरीका नहीं?
ये भी तो कॉम्पिटिशन लाइन लगी हुई है कि ये जाएंगे तो हम आएंगे
कि जिम्मेदार 2 है, एक भट्ठा पर 4 जिम्मेदार है, तो चारों एक संगठन रखो, एक नाला बोलो, ये यहाँ पर नहीं होता है।
इसीलिए तो कहते हैं कि जितने लोग ज्यादा हमारे साथ जुड़ेंगे फिर ही हम बात समझा सकेंगे ना भाई। इंडस्ट्री वाले को यूपी बिहार पंजाब राजस्थान से मतलब नहीं है, उनको मतलब है कम रेट वाले। भाई आप बिहार से आए हो, तुम्हारा स्वागत है, पंजाब में हमारा नहीं तुम्हारा भी है, आप यहाँ काम करो लेकिन रेट कम मत करो।
It is a cycle of toil that literally consumes the lives of those within it.
बिहार में भी है काम ये मतलब
क्योंकि थोड़ा कम रेट है उधर।
अच्छा
200-250 में सारे दिहाड़ी को लगे
और यहाँ पे
600 रुपए रेट है
दिहाड़ी का, मियाँ बीवी दोनों। अच्छा और बच्चे
से खेलते रहते हैं, खेलते खेलते ईंट भी पलट देते हैं, वो भी काम ही हो गए मेरे। अब तो ये थोड़ा बहुत शिक्षा आ गए है कि बच्चे बैठने के लिए भी सीखे।
Amidst this, there are flashes of incredible light. I remember Roshan, a young boy in one of the informal classes Dharamveer has organized. He was the class leader, bursting with so much pride and eagerness to show what he was learning that he practically had to be restrained to let other children speak. In Roshan's eyes, you don't see a victim, you see a future.
Grapes mane angur, H-E, and hen mane murgi, I-C-E.
However, the tragedy remains close. Just a few yards away, I saw a 10-year-old boy doing the same back-breaking work as his parents. His labor represents an extra 600 rupees for the family. Breaking that cycle, ensuring the child holds a pencil instead of a brick mold, is the entire crux of the work IFA supports.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Dharamveer's mission is to turn these invisible workers into a collective force. Whether it is fighting for Manrega rights or demanding basic dignity from the Bhatta Maliks or the owners, the shift is happening. They're learning to go as a group to local offices, returning again and again, refusing to be ignored. What stayed with me most, however, was their hospitality. It was mid-December and the thick Punjab fog was rolling in, making travel dangerous. We were in a rush to leave, but the community, people who have the bare minimum of everything, refused to let us go without a special meal.
कोई किसी के लिए काम नहीं करता, हम मिलजुल के करते हैं, मिलजुल के करेंगे तभी कुछ ठीक होएगा, सबका बढ़िया होगा, ठीक है ना? ये
चाय पानी के लिए
वो बोले टाइम नहीं है मेरा, बिल्कुल नहीं तो जरूर पीती.
That warmth offered by those who the system has tried to make cold was the best meal I've ever had. It is easy to get depressed when you drive for hours and realize you've only seen one tiny corner of Punjab and that there is a whole country beyond it with similar struggles. The scale feels paralyzing. But as I've learned, we cannot afford to be paralyzed. IFA is not just a funding body. It is a lifeline that says, we see you. When we support these fellowships, we aren't just giving money. We are validating the existence and the rights of people the world has tried to forget. If they haven't given up, how can we?
ਲੜਨ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨਾਲ ਜੋ ਹੱਕ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਮਿਲਣ ਹੱਕ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਪਿੰਡ ਕਰੂਗਾ ਤਾਂ ਦੂਜਾ ਦੇਖੂਗਾ ਆਪੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਨਾਲ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਫਿਰ ਵੱਡਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਆਪੇ ਹੋਊਗਾ
ਵੈਸੇ ਕੰਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਨਾ ਇੱਕ ਜੁੜ
This journey didn't just show me the work being done, it showed me why we do it. It brings the heart back into the mission, making it clear that every little bit of support helps turn a minute change into a generational shift.
The year was 1928. In response to the growing pressure of the independence movement, the British government set up a commission for a new Constitution of India. Led by Sir John Simon, it retained British control, rejected dominion status, and made a mockery of self-determination, being constituted entirely of 7 Englishmen with no Indian representation. As expected, the commission was rejected by the Indian National Congress and Indians in general, with massive protests across the nation. These were met with brutal force. Enraged by all this, the members of the Hindustan Socialist Republican Association, led by the young revolutionary Bhagat Singh, targeted the police and in a daring attack assassinated the Lahore Police Commissioner Colonel J.B. Saunders. As the government, stunned by this attack, unleashed further repression, the leaders of the Indian National Congress met at Gandhi's ashram to review the situation.
This is deeply distressing. Have you seen the news from Lahore, Jawaharlal?
Yes, I have seen it. What else can we expect from this government?
They cannot find the murderers, Saunders' murderers. So they have imposed curfew on the entire city. Scores of people have been arrested merely under the suspicion of helping the terrorists.
I wouldn't call them terrorists, Babu. You know this Saunders. He led a brutal attack on unarmed civilians, literally beating up Lala Lajpat Rai to death. All they were doing was marching peacefully against the Simon Commission.
Violence is not an answer to anything, Jawahar. An eye for an eye leaves everyone blind. You know that.
I know. But these are patriots, freedom fighters. They are certainly not criminals.
That may be so. But we have to make them realize that this is wrong. Killing a police officer would accomplish nothing. Our struggle must be non-violent, based on satyagraha. You have to engage with them.
I have met some of them. In fact, one of them, Chandrasekhar Tiwari, or Azad, as he calls himself now, was a Congressi once.
Then what happened?
He said that he was disappointed when the non-cooperation movement was called off. They are an amazing group of people, young, full of courage and determination, totally dedicated to the cause of freedom, no matter what the cost.
And no matter what the means, methods?
Unfortunately, in their eyes, their path is just, and nothing will convince them otherwise. They believe in fighting fire with fire.
Jai Hind, Bapu. Jai Hind, Jawaharlal.
Jai Hind. So what news do you bring, Sardar?
Nothing good, Jawaharlal. Nothing good.
The government is claiming that Saunders was killed by the HRA boys and that they have been captured?
This is not all true. There is a lot of disinformation out there.
Why? What do you know?
Well, the Saunders shooting was definitely done by the HRA boys. But none of them have been captured. As usual, the police have locked up a lot of innocents.
That is not good. It will only harden the government and increase their repression.
Yes, Bapu. Not that the repression would have been any less if this did not happen. But I agree, this is not going to help our cause.
I also worry that these boys will be even more reckless now.
I'm afraid so. According to my sources, the Chandrasekhar attack was, mastermind was a fellow named Chandrasekhar Azad, and he also planned the Kakori train robbery.
We must act fast. Spread the word to all the party workers and volunteers that they must fan out in the bastis and mohallas and make sure that the public remains calm and orderly.
Definitely, Bapu.
Yes, we'll get on with it. Let us hope for the best.
And also invite all the leaders to the prayers this evening.
Yes, Babu. Jai Hind.
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान.
In an amazing defiance of the formidable police machinery, Bhagat Singh, along with Rajguru, escaped from Lahore disguised as upper-class people. They were assisted by Bhagwati Charan Vora, whose wife, Durgavati, posed as Bhagat Singh's wife. Reassembling at the home of another revolutionary, Chandrasekhar Azad, they plotted their next plan of action.
ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान.
Sit down, Dev. Stop pacing like a wounded tiger. This won't bring them any faster. They will come when it's time. And you know, this could be giving ideas to the neighbors living below. They could be informants. I'm really worried about them.
They're here, Ma, they're here. I can see them across the street. Okay, the signal. I'm going to turn off the lights for a minute. Hang on to what you're doing. Wait. Okay.
नमस्ते माँ.
Namaste. Jeete raho.
जीते रहो माँ. बार-बार जियो. We need not only one, but too many lives.
Dhat, don't ever say that again. Your one life is more than enough for the enemy. Anyway, come, make yourself comfortable first.
माँ, she Durga Babi, Bhagwati Bai's wife. Hiding in Lahore was getting so difficult. So he made a plan. We both escaped as a Mr. and Mrs. Sardar Bahadur Mohinder Singh.
And I as their servant.
Isn't that convenient, Ma? Devar means second husband, na?
Not in my books, you silly boy. Bhabi is equal to mother. And I'm so happy to know that we have a Lakshmi Bai among us.
No, Ma. With your blessings, there are many amongst us.
And Bhabhi, this is Ma. She is like a mother to all of us. But technically, she belongs to our Guru, Chandrasekhar Azad.
Who, like always, is missing in action? Is he?
No, he's not missing in action. Probably he has gone underground.
I think he must be in Lucknow by now.
Hey, by the way, did you get the toys?
Yes, we got the toys. The checking was so intense. It was a really touch and go. But we just got lucky.
No, not that, Dev. Suitcase is the first thing police will check.
There are 3 of them in there. Plus, there's enough material to make 2 or 3 fair-sized bombs. We need to get this to Aslam tonight.
Okay, I can take it to him right now.
No. It'll be safer if I do it. Aslam lives in Dhobi Basti. I will get a rickshaw and pretend this is laundry.
Okay, if you say so, that makes sense. But before you go, should we eat something first? I mean, they must be hungry.
No, they should not stay here a minute longer than it has to. It won't take long. I'll be back soon. So far, so good.
We should have told her the truth about Guru.
We were not sure. He must have escaped.
I think she already knows.
Why did you say that?
Because the news is everywhere. On the radio, in the newspaper.
What news?
The news that 2 of the assailants have been captured by the police.
But that can be anyone.
Come on, Bhagat. She's far too intelligent not to figure this out. Let's hope she forgives us.
Okay, we don't have much time to waste. As you all know about the plan, let's talk about it again one more time. If anyone has any question.
Hey, wait. Okay.
Okay, please look.
Bhagat, the government seats are here, and we're throwing bombs there. But those are just empty seats.
Because we are doing this not to kill the people. We just want to challenge the state that we are not afraid from them.
This will also awaken the people, make them fearless.
I don't buy that. Our enemies don't have any such compulsions. They are ready to mow us down at the least provocation. Why not give them a taste of their own medicine?
Okay. You kill a number of innocent people, and the rulers will use that as an excuse to unleash even more terror. Think it through, Dave.
There are no innocent Firangis. And as for terrorizing, they are doing it anyways. What difference does it make?
It does make a difference. Look, it's not the individual Firangis that we are opposing. It is the state. Don't forget, there are many working class people too. Their lives in their own country is miserable.
Exactly. That is a tragedy. Ordinary people become pawns of the rulers in oppressing others just like them.
Well, I think creating such consciousness is crucial. The workers all around the world need to unite if they ever want to get rid of their chains.
Okay, look, it's nice to talk about all this socialist stuff, but we've chosen the path of an armed struggle.
Yes.
And that path does have its logic.
Right. Otherwise, why do all this? We can all join Congress and do ahimsa.
We need a fighting force, Bhagat.
Yes.
Like the one that Subhash Babu is building, the Azad Hind Fauj.
That's true. I agree. Even I don't like his joining with Hitler. But don't forget, ultimately a freedom will come only once the people rise themselves against oppression.
And how do we achieve that? By dropping bombs on empty chairs and getting arrested in the process?
Look, the news will spread everywhere. The world will realize we are not afraid of rising against the British Raj.
Everything okay, Ma?
Yes, the goods are safe with Aslam. Why did you not tell me that Azad has been captured? When he was young, I wanted him to shine in life. I sent him to a Sanskrit scholar so that he could become a learned Brahmin. And then I found out he was robbing trains. That night, When his 3 companions were hanged, he was at home with me. I was delirious. I kept waking up with the frightful vision of the noose around his neck. So he sat me down and he told me about all of you, how I was Mother India and you are all my children. That night, I knew that he was already shining, that I cannot hold him back, and I must not hold him back.
This is how it has been forever, Ma. Mothers send their sons onto the battlefield, and if they die, so do their mothers. But their spirit lives on.
मेरा रंग दे मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला माई रंग दे मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला माई रंग दे मेरा रंग दे बसंती चोला रंग दे रंग दे रंग दे बसंती चोला माई रंग दे मेरा रंग दे
The year-long trial of the Revolutionaries, labeled by the British as the Lahore Conspiracy Case, exposed the colonial nature of British rule and was seen as a travesty of justice. The trial was conducted under a special tribunal that limited the defense severely, and the accused were subjected to brutal beatings in jail. The Congress offered legal support. Gandhi lobbied with the Viceroy for commutation of the death sentence. Mercy petitions were filed, including one by Bhagat Singh's own father, despite his vehement objections to seeking clemency. They were all rejected. Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, and Sukhdev were convicted of murder, even though they demanded to be treated as war prisoners and hence to be shot dead. They were sentenced to death by hanging on March 24, 1931. As the trio awaited their sentence in Lahore jail, the leaders of Congress met at Gandhi's ashram to assess their role in this tumultuous episode of history.
Any news from Delhi, Vallabhbhai? Anything about the Lahore case?
Nothing positive, Bapu. As you know, Malviyaji's mercy petition was also rejected by the government.
Have you been able to talk to Jawaharlal?
No, not recently. I did receive a letter from him 2 days ago. He believes the government is going to go ahead with the execution.
They were very reckless. They should not have pleaded their own case. They should have accepted Nehru's offer for legal help.
But Bapu, their goal was to expose the British justice system, not to save their lives.
I had emphasized to the consul that commuting the death sentence will be a worthy humanitarian gesture. It will help maintain peace. I don't think they realize how agitated people are.
Is there nothing else we can do, Bapu?
I am going to make one more effort. I am going to write a personal letter to the Viceroy. See if they can suspend the sentence for a while. Would you bring my pen and paper? There are moments in a nation's story, moments that define the spirit of a nation more than reams of written history. If the government does go through this execution, it will be one such consequential moment for India.
Indeed, Bapu. These young men are truly the blooms of our civilization. We may differ with their means, but their commitment is absolute. Their sacrifice will shine like a bright light for all times to come.
कल मैं नहीं रहूंगा लेकिन जब होगा अंधियारा ओ कल मैं नहीं रहूंगा लेकिन जब होगा अंधियारा तारों में तू देखेगी हंसता एक नया सितारा मत रो माता लाल तेरे बहु तेरे मत रो फिर जन्मूंगा उस दिन जब आजाद बहेगी गंगा मैया फिर जन्मूंगा उस दिन जब आजाद बहेगी गंगा उन्नत भाल हिमालय पर जब लहराएगा तिरंगा मत दो माता लाल तेरे बहु तेरे
सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है देखना है जोर कितना बाजुए कातिल में है खींच के आई है सबको कत्ल की उम्मीद
आशिकों का जम घट कूचाए कातिल में है सरफरोशी की तमन्ना
हम न होंगे कल न करना गम न मेरे हम वतन
होंगे हम सब धड़कनों में जश्न आजादी के दिन
गूंजेंगे यही गीत हर एक गली हर बाजार में
महकेंगे हम खुशबू बन हर खेत हर गुलजार में यही अरमान यही हसरत अब हमारे दिल में है सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है देखना है जोर कितना बाजुए कातिल में है सरफरोशी की तमन्ना
Are you afraid, Bhagat Singh?
No. A bit nervous, maybe. You know, whenever my mother, she likes some girl, she always told me, Bhagat, I found a bride for you. But I never got a heart to tell her that, Ma, I already choose death as my bride. And here I am today, on my wedding night. How about you? Are you afraid of death?
No. I knew this day would come, so I'd prepared myself for it. I did worry about my parents once. Not anymore. They will manage. But I do regret that I will not live to see my countrymen free.
Empires, tyrants, they don't last forever. One day, these Frangis will be driven out from our land too.
That would be a glorious day, mere yaar.
Yes, but replacing Gora Sahibs with the Brown Sahibs will only be the first step. But true freedom requires much more, mere dost.
But Bhagat Singh, what is this true freedom you keep talking about?
True freedom, as you said, you have heard it before, so many times.
Yes, I have. But I want to hear about it again and again and again.
A society where few won't control many, where everyone has the right to live their life to its full potential, where everyone is free from the shackles of superstition, caste, ignorance, exploitation of any kind.
वो सुबह आएगी ना मेरे दोस्त कहो आएगी so I can go in peace.
आएगी मेरे यार क्यों नहीं आएगी जरूर आएगी. The longing for freedom is a fire that burns within all of us.
Yes.
It's the same fire that has sustained mankind through centuries of oppression.
Yes, the struggle for a better world is eternal, and we are so blessed to be a tiny part of it. How does it go there, Muhammad? What brings you at this time, brother?
Don't ask me, brother. I have orders to get your choice for the last meal.
Last meal? I don't have anything special, but I would like my meal to be cooked by Poka. You know, the prisoner in cell number 5.
Poka? But he is an untouchable, a bhangi.
That's my wish, if government cares about it.
As you say.
Muhammad, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
It's time. Start your procedure now. Bhagat Singh, look at me. Your time has come. Wake up your murderous companions. I'll give you 10 minutes for your prayers, not a second more.
But there are still 11 hours left.
I have my command from higher up.
Wake up, comrades. Someone has come early.
What? Even on our last day, the Firangis want to cheat us. But why the change, Warden, sir?
I'm not allowed to say it. No prayers yet?
No God for me. I left the God long time ago.
We prayed for your God so that he may have mercy on you.
The city is on its edge. I think the government is probably worried that thousands are going to show up. That is why they have moved up the time.
You see?
Muhammad, that's none of your business. Get on with the procedure now.
You see? Do you see it now, comrades? It is not our guns. It is the people who frighten them. It is the people who will defeat the oppressors. In the club!
Zindabad!
In the club!
Zindabad!
Get on with it, Muhammad. Now!
मत रो माता लाल तेरे बहु तेरे जन्मभूमि के काम आया मैं
जिंदाबाद
है मेरे मत रो माता लाल तेरे बहु तेरे मत रो
जिंदाबाद
जिंदाबाद
मुझको आज विदा कर जन्म सफल हो मेरा
इनकलाब
जिंदाबाद
हंस कर मुझको आज विदा कर जन्म सफल हो मेरा रोता जग में आया हंसता चला ये बालक तेरा मत रो माता लाल तेरे बहु तेरे मत रो
Wasn't that intense? Freedom is never free. The cast of the skit not only acted, they actually transported us back to the year 1931, where we could feel the weight of their decisions, the courage and the struggles that our heroes, our freedom fighters faced. And now I would like to invite the writer and director of the skit, Mr. Prithvi Sharma, on stage. Can we have a big round of applause for this whole team?
At the very inception, we in IFA chose change over charity. Thus, supporting change makers via fellowships became our main mechanism to leverage our limited funds for maximum impact. With time, we got connected with committed activists who were empowering their communities across the length and breadth of India. A nationwide meeting to bring all of them together seemed like a good idea. And the first such meeting was held in 2007 at Gandhiji's ashram in Sevagram. Since then, this has evolved into an annual event. These are occasions for making connections, creating synergies, learning from each other, and thus vastly amplifying the impact of our support.
Seeing a forest rights activist from Chhattisgarh talking and sharing his ideas with a Dalit leader from Punjab, while a Gujar fellow from the Himalayas listening in to see how he can better serve his community. Seeing these people come together and share ideas, strategies, that cross-pollination is where you see that IFA is not simply a funding body. This is where we are hopefully weaving and creating a national level movement for social justice. And that's the IFA magic.
While the meetings enable us to meet the fellows and learn about their work, their impact on our own understanding is priceless.
We got the opportunity to meet with champions and really learn from them the issues, the struggles that they face, and it just made us more in tune with what they were faced with. It certainly has made an impression on my thinking as to what we should support.
One of the most important lessons we have learned over the years is that economic empowerment is not possible without better governance. These annual meetings have engendered the Indian Community Activist Network, or ICAN, an independent organization that is helping create awareness of these issues. Many renowned social activists have been participating in ICAN, which is slowly evolving as an effective India-wide organization. Visiting fellows in India during the annual meetings or even otherwise has played a crucial role in charting the path of IFA so far. It is also invariably an inspiring experience in more than one ways.
At our first ICAN meeting, sitting under that tree where Gandhiji used to sit and conduct the evening prayer, go into Gandhiji's bedroom and a small nook with 3 books, the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, and the Bible. Effect of it was incredible. It has stayed with me all these years, the importance of inclusiveness.
This last time we were at Sevagram, meeting with 70 activists, men, women, young, old, the vast diversity of India, the communities they work with, the level of poverty that exists there, the level of injustice that exists there. Amongst all this, just the sheer unshakable resilience, seeing that and being part of it in real time, that was just an incredible feeling. It's somewhere deep in the gut. It's hard to describe. It gave me so much hope. It is just life-changing.
I took a tour in early 25, over a period of a month, traveled through 6 states, visited a dozen or more of our IFA fellows. You see this incredible fellow feeling where they make you part of their community and then are eager and willing to tell you all about themselves and what they're going through. What I did get out of that was the understanding of how extraordinarily difficult the work that they are doing, the dozens of miles that they travel each day on motorbikes, by buses, on foot, the work that takes almost all of their day to get even one simple thing accomplished. I visited Sevagram and attended the ICAN meeting. They came prepared with detailed write-ups. Many of them are stories of continuously working to achieve reasonably small results. Mahindra has been doing this work for 15 plus years. When I asked him how much has changed, and he had to say this is a very deep-rooted problem. He did not really see dramatic change happening. Then I asked him, why do you do this? He said, Shekhar Saab, safalta shayad nahi milti, sarthakta hoti hai. We may not always find success each day, but we find meaning. And that is something universal to all IFA fellows. This is work that gives them meaning. IFA's support, that is our way to bolster their effort at creating a life that is not just for themselves, but for people within their community.
When my journey with IFA started,
on the stage dancing. It was a family affair. Kids were in the invocation, my husband singing in the medley. I was really drawn to the community of people. And over the years, seeing, visiting, understanding has really shifted my perspective just from being a giver to a supporter and a partner in bringing about this change.
The immediate results of what IFA fellows do is not necessarily something that you can measure. What you are able to see is how the IFA fellows are so deeply integrated within their communities. IFA fellows are the best examples of how all work that is done within the community has to come from within the community, that has to do with development, with education, welfare. These are not things that can be done from above. It has to be done by people from within the community who deeply understand what their community needs. That, I think, is part of the reason why working with IFA fellows and meeting them is so inspiring.
That is why we want to invite more of you. Visit IFA projects, see the change with your own eyes, and along the way, discover parts of India that will stay with you forever. Wherever the meeting was, we would travel in the area, and we traveled with Surekha ji, Prithvi, Jyoti ji, and Rajesh, and we had some incredible memories.
We visit our friends and family in the big cities, and we rarely step off. These places are incredibly interesting to admire the scenic beauties, to admire the cultures. This is going to give you an opportunity that you would not get anywhere else. That alone will make working with IFA a very worthwhile exercise.
It is meaningful work, it is joyful work, and it is work that needs to be done.
It is often said there is no force more powerful than a woman who has discovered her own strength, her Shakti. Lack of empowerment of women has often denied humankind this incredible source of energy to engender a better world. Not so anymore. Here is an ode to those who have made it possible.
तू खुद की खोज में निकल, तो किस लिए हताश है? तू चल, तेरे वजूद की समय को भी तलाश है, समय को भी तलाश है। जो तुझसे लिपटी बेड़ियां, समझना इनको वस्त्र तू। जो तुझसे लिपटी बेड़ियां, समझना इनको वस्त्र तू। ये बेड़ियां पिघाल के बना ले इनको शस्त्र तू, बना ले इनको शस्त्र तू। तो खुद की खोज में निकल, तो किस लिए हताश है? तो चल, तेरे वजूद की समय को भी तलाश है, समय को भी तलाश है। जला के भस्म कर उसे जो क्रूरता का जाल है, जला के भस्म कर उसे जो क्रूरता का जाल है। तू आरती की लौ नहीं, तू क्रोध की मशाल है, तू क्रोध की मशाल है। तो खुद की खोज में निकल, तो किस लिए हताश है? तो चल, तेरे वजूद की समय को भी तलाश है, समय को भी तलाश है। चुनर उड़ा के ध्वज बना, गगन भी कपकपाएगा। चुनर उड़ा के ध्वज बना, गगन भी कपकपाएगा। अगर तेरी चुनर गिरी तो एक भूकंप आएगा, एक भूकंप आएगा। तो खुद की खोज में निकल, तो किस लिए हताश है? तो चल, तेरे वजूद की समय को भी तलाश है, समय को भी तलाश है।
For years now, the daughters of India have been breaking barriers and shaping their own future. The astronaut Kalpana Chawla or sportswomen such as Mithali Raj and Mary Kom are a few of the many who have excelled in diverse fields such as finance, science, defense, arts, and business, thus inspiring millions to follow their dreams. They joined the long list of women leaders all across the world, such as Malala Yousafzai, Greta Thunberg, Mother Teresa, Savitribai Phule, Susan B. Anthony, Rosa Parks, and Gloria Steinem, who over the years have strived for a better world in a variety of ways. Tonight's performance honors their journey, the courage to find their voice, and the strength to follow their dreams. Let the rhythm and emotion on the stage celebrate every dreaming girl and every empowered woman, lighting the path for generations to come.
सदते मैं जावा मेरी दिल जानिया मैं शीश झुकावा मेरी दिल जानिया तेरे नाम जो कर जावा कम है वो तू सारे जहां से प्यारी मेरे भारत की बेटी है सारे जहां पे भारी मेरे भारत की बेटी दिल जान है शान हमारी मेरे भारत की बेटी जीती रहो जीतती रहो जो तेरे नैनों से टपके हर आंसू है अपना जो तेरे होठों पे ठहरे वो गीत अब अपना जो सीना तान के तू चल दे उठता है सर अपना जा जी ले अपनी जिंदड़ी सर पर हाथ है अपना तेरा जो भी है सपना अब जिम्मा है अपना सपने सच करने की तेरी बारी तू सारे जहां से प्यारी मेरे भारत की बेटी है सारे जहां पे भारी मेरे भारत की बेटी दिल जान है शान हमारी मेरे भारत की बेटी जीती रहो जीतती रहो मीठी मीठी सी ये मुनिया सर पे डाले है ये चुनिया क्यों हाँ क्यों हो सोनी सोनी सी कुड़ी नो मौज में रहने देना दुनिया क्यों हाँ दुनिया क्यों है कितनी शानदार कुड़ी ये कर देगी कमाल इससे झूम ले दे अपनी बीत थे कुड़ी नू नचने दे हाँ नचने दे तू आज लगाने दे ठुमके हाँ चमके कुड़ी नू नचने दे हाँ नचने दे सारे आ फिक्रां नू छड्ड के बन ठन के कुड़ी नू नचने दे हाँ नचने दे आज लगाने दे ठुमके हाँ चमके कुड़ी नू नचने दे हाँ नचने दे सारे आ फिक्रां नू छड्ड के बन ठन के कुड़ी नू नचने दे तू भी झूम लेना इसकी बीट ते कुड़ी नू नचने दे हाँ नचने दे तू आज लगाने दे ठुमके हाँ चमके कुड़ी नू नचने दे हाँ नचने दे तू सारे आ फिक्रां नू छड्ड के बन ठन के कुड़ी नू नचने नचने दे आज लगाने दे ठुमके हाँ चमके कुड़ी नू नचने तारे या फिक्रां नू छड्ड के बन ठन के कुड़ी नू नचने दे
What a beautiful way to pay tribute and honor the women who were brave and have paved the path, for all the generations to come. And they do continue to do even today, all these women from our community. And this beautiful dance choreographed by Shilpa, Shweta, and Archana.
According to ancient philosophy, universe was made of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. These elements lived in perfect harmony, and from them, human life was created. But as population increased, we began to misuse these elements, and nature lost its balance. Natural disasters like earthquake, fires, floods became the echo of our action. In fear, we turned back to God, seeking peace and harmony. So friends, please join Team Tal in giving the story a joyful ending and pledge to live in harmony with these elements for a better future. And then was born a human being, blended with all 5 elements of the universe.
रब ने तो ये तस्वीर बनी, आग हवा पानी को मिलाया, तो फिर ये तस्वीर सजी। हस्ती तेरी विशाल हो, कुदरत का तू कमाल। हे मनमोहिनी तेरी अदा, तुझे जब देख ले तो फिर घटा पर से झर 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 नाच चमक चमक वो बिजली दीवानी। है बेमिसाल तू कोरी कोरी अनछुई, तुझ में है कुदरत सारी खोई, तुझ में है कुदरत सारी खोई खोई, तुझ में है कुदरत सारी खोई खोई।
As the human population increased, man became more and more powerful and started exploiting the natural resources, creating a dangerous imbalance on Earth.
ये मेरा शहर, ये मेरी डगर, सर पे ये आकाश मेरा है घर। मैं ही गलत हाँ मैं ही सही मैं ही फैसला हूँ मैं ही खाता बही ऐसा है कौन यहाँ मुझसे जो जीत सके है कोई छोटू वो मैं हूँ मुझसे बड़ा कोई है इस जहाँ में अगर वो कोई भी कल का मैं हूँ मुझों पे धार रहे हाथ में कुल्हाड़ रहे युद्ध की पुकार रहे करता ना समझौता ए बिड्डा ये मेरा अड्डा ए बिड्डा ये मेरा अड्डा कौन है तू एक बोला जैसा मैं हूँ तब के तलवार बन जाऊं कौन है तू एक चट्टान सा मैं हूँ मुझे तोड़ा तो टूटे हुए पत्थर से भगवान बन जाऊं
Earth was bleeding as humanity forgot its role. And that's when God had to intervene, and the 5 elements showed their true power.
like that
ताल से ताल मिला हो ताल से ताल मिला
That was such a graceful, breathtaking, yet a humbling performance. The havoc caused to our natural environment by mankind and the urgent need to restore that balance. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the choreographer of this dance team, Humaira Chandani.
Hello, everyone. Hello. I hope that you all have enjoyed this program as much as I have. Please give me a resounding yes. Thank you. It is now time for thank yous. But before I do any of that, I would like to say a word of honor of one of IFA's original members who left us for his heavenly abode earlier this year. All this time, Kaushik Master, along with his wife, Vandana, remained an integral part of IFA, whether as finance secretary, reception manager, or in numerous other roles. On behalf of all the members and directors of IFA, I would like to say, Kaushik, wherever you are, we know that you are helping someone or the other. We will always miss you. And now, back to the present. First, please join me in giving a big hand to the wonderful crew of the Performing Arts Center, led by Sean Jones and Darren. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Sean and Darren. Another big hand to our volunteers who work tirelessly behind the scenes. Great work, folks. Volunteers, you are the best. And the performers, our community performers. What can I say? Anything I say will be too little. You and your supportive families, you are the ones who have made tonight possible. So now you will get back to your hot meals and garam chai. Hopefully, the wives will start doing that again. Let us give our performers a big hand. Ladies and gentlemen, yay! We love you all. Oh. A big thank you also to our supportive audience for making it all worthwhile through your presence and, of course, for your generous donations. And in this, we would especially like to thank and single out those amongst you who have little to do with India, and yet you have joined this celebration of an ethnic culture in support of a good cause. You represent the best of America, the America that we are so proud of belonging. Yes? And now, before we return to the last item of Archana this evening, I have a simple request. Please, please consider becoming an IFA liaison. It is easier than you think, and it will really take IFA to the next level. So please do consider joining IFA as a liaison. Thank you so much. And now for the last item.
A better world is possible when we learn to celebrate our shared joy as well as our differences. It is a world we create step by step every single day. Bollywood helps nurture it by breaking down barriers, strengthening connections, and by letting new identities flourish. Tonight, through this celebration of rhythm and energy, this is the message conveyed by the young generation as they commit themselves to transforming possibility into reality.
Slow it down. एक तेरे संग यारा अख लड़ने लगी, अख लड़ के आगे बढ़ने लगी। ओ तेरे दिल के इशारे ये तो पढ़ने लगी, अख लड़ के आगे बढ़ने लगी। ओ मुंडा जिद पे अड़ा, ओ तेरे पीछे पड़ा। ओ मुंडा जिद पे अड़ा, तेरे पीछे पड़ा। मेरे नाल कर ले जरा। सौदा करा करा, सौदा करा करा, सौदा करा करा, सौदा करा करा।
रचैया राधा ना जाए रे, अब सावराना भाई रे।
Radha on the dance floor, Radha likes to party, Radha likes to move that desi Radha body. Radha on the dance floor, Radha likes to party, Radha likes to move that desi Radha body.
पंखट पे आके सैया मरोड़े भैया,
And everybody blames it on Radha.
छेड़े हैं हमका नैया बैरी कन्हैया।
And everybody blames it on Radha.
होगा वो लाखों दिल का चोर, हमका तो लगे बोर। हुआ है ऐसे बावला जो कहता जाए,
ओ राधा तेरी चुनरी, ओ राधा तेरा चल्ला, ओ राधा तेरी नटखट नजरिया, ओ राधा तेरा झुमका, ओ राधा तेरा झुमका, ओ पीछे पीछे सारी नगरिया।
माथे पे पंख मोर कहते हैं माखन चोर।
हाँ तेरे संग देखने को सवेरा मैं रातें जागू रे मेरी तू ही ज़मीं आसमां मेरा तेरी आंखें बनी आईना मेरा तेरे बिन तो जहां मैं किसी को मेरा ना मानू रे मैं तो रंग गया रंग तेरे बावरे चाहे लटपट जाना होके प्यार दा फेरा हाँ मेरे यार ते निहाल होके उड़ता गुलाल होके उसकी ही नजरें उतार दा फिरा तेरी मेरी रातों ने किए हैं कुछ इरादे मिली है जो अब ये मुलाकातें कोई जादू होने को है होना है जो होना है रहेगा होके ही होता है जो मिल जाता है कोई होगा ये जाना मैंने मिलके तुमसे ही Are you feeling it tonight? I'm feeling it tonight Bang bang रात भर बात कर तू मेरे साथ चल दिल पे चला है जादू जाने क्यों Bang bang रात भर बात कर तू मेरे साथ चल दिल पे चला है जादू जाने क्यों Bang 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 जाने क्यों Bang 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 जाने क्यों Bang
तू होगी 1 2 2 ओ कुड़िए what to do ओ हो गई मुंडे दी पतंगा वर्गी तू एवें उड़दी ओ हो गई मुंडे दी हिला ते चलदी टुक टुक तू करदी मेकअप तू करदी आ अंग्रेजी पढ़दी गिट पिट तू करदी जिमें क्वीन साडी विक्टोरिया तू घंटी बिग बैन दी पूरा लंदन ठुमकदा तू घंटी बिग बैन दी पूरा लंदन ठुमकदा ओ जदों नचे भैन दी पूरा लंदन ठुमकदा
They did bring the house down. What a perfect way to end today's program with the energetic and spirited dance by our community teenagers. And you heard me say community so many times. I really want to emphasize that most of the performance in today's program are people from our community, except a few professionals, just a handful. So please give a round of applause for our community. And this dance was choreographed by Manasvi, Sia, Vide, and Jay. And again, thank you, all of you. Many of these kids are going to college this year, so we wish them all the best and good luck. And before you leave, please don't forget to join us downstairs in the park for tea and snacks. And please, everybody, mark your calendar for next year's Archana program, April 24th, 2027. Put it in your calendars, April 24, 2027. With that, we bid you goodbye.
There will be less crowded.
original member of India Friends Association since 1991, my husband and I. And we did so much work and we are still helping. Now I moved to San Jose. So every year I visit from San Jose and attend the program.
I thought the show was really great. It was awesome just being able to see everyone dance and all the skits and everything. You know, of course, my fellow friend over here, Ranjiv, he did so great on stage. It was just awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the show was really good. Everyone was really energetic. And it was a really fun show to watch, seeing everyone perform, especially this guy over here.
It was really fun to perform. It was great meeting all the new people and stuff. And I just had a lot of fun.
My daughter has been in this for 4 years and I have been volunteering for last 3. It was fabulous, lot of thoughts, lot of new ideas, and also about what is happening back in our country and how we can help. So it's a very, very nice way to connect to people and to bring awareness about what's happening there.
The reason overall is to make better life for everyone and supporting India. But here we keep our culture, we gather together, and once a year we meet each other. So it's making really like a family event. And my kids, since they were in the middle school, they were participating, and since then we always join IFA, and this is like a big family.
This is my 3rd time that I have done Archana, and it's amazing. It's like you want to be a part of this family. Every year, we look forward to be a part of this organization and do something for the humankind.
And last year we were the dancer in the show, so this year we are the audience.
It gives a different perspective of the whole point of the theme.
This year's theme also was very, very good. And that Bhagat Singh play was very touching. And in performance, I like the Kathak, which is classical. I like that dance very much. And I bring all my friends from Northern California to watch this program.
Today my favorite performance was the Bollywood, with so colorful and different music, and costume was wonderful. Every item have such a great colorful costume.
And all performances are really good, very energetic, really colorful. Yeah, the last one really sit in my mind, and then the 5 elements and the symphony.
It was an amazing experience as always, giving back to community through our dancing. It just gives us so much contentment, so much peace, and also a feeling of accomplishment that we are able to give back to community, even if it is a small effort, but I know that it goes long ways.
It's my 5th year with Archana, and I moved here from UK. I had no friends. So knowing that I'm here for a good cause, helping people, helping my community, I made a ton of friends here, and every year I look forward to, spending time with them, being with them. My son does it. My daughter did Archana till last year. Now she's at college. So they all have an amazing time.
We create so many memories through these practices and through this performance every year. I get to know so many people in the community. We build the connection that lasts for years and years. I have made best friends through this experience every year.
We are actually giving back to people in India. The projects that we support in IFA, amazing, all over India.
We love being a part of IFA. I am truly humbled and extremely grateful that I get the opportunity to be a part of IFA.
It's India Friends Association, always good cause, and we love to be part of it.
So concluded overall, we love it. And then we continue to support every year.
Yeah, next year, April, right?
Yes.